This is the Twin City News Around Town. A closer look at the people, places, and events around Batesburg-Leesville, Gilbert, and the Ridge. Presented by the Twin City News, Batesburg-Leesville's community journalism since 1925.
Four years ago, I was laying on my back in the Medical University of South Carolina having just had brain surgery. And a dear friend of mine brought in this little guy, Cortex. I call him Cortex the brain surgery bear because he's got a little boo-boo on his head. And he's been kind of a reminder, sort of just a comfort to me that I got through something 4 years ago that was pretty incredible and pretty painful. Well, all of us now are going through something that's pretty incredible and pretty painful and pretty scary, just like my brain surgery 4 years ago. But local folks are doing something about it, and a bear figures into the equation. Actually, lots of bears figure into the equation. Talking with Ivy Hatfield about the bear hunt that's going on around Batesburg-Leesville. All right, Ivy, first of all, tell me what inspired this amazing outgrowth of just pure joy in a time of crisis.
Well, actually, my mom came across a post on Facebook from one of the quarantine groups we're following, and it was just talking about children going on bear hunts around the neighborhood, and it's super simple. You put a bear or stuffed animal in your window, the kids get to ride around town and look for it, and it's just a way to spread cheer in a kind of crummy time.
Well, and also, you know, this is a time when parents and grandparents, whoever are taking care of the kids during this time when the kids are out of school, it's also another activity, another level of kind of keeping the kids busy when I'm sure they're, like most of us, getting stir crazy.
Exactly. You get to get out of the house. The weather's gorgeous right now. You can take a bike ride and look for bears. You can get in the car and roll down the windows. So it's something fun to do that anyone can do, and it's absolutely free, which I think is one of the best things. So
what are you getting? I mean, I know that there's a lot of social media energy on this. What are you getting from folks who are agreeing to put their bears in their window?
Everyone loves it. I've got several friends that have gone out around the town the past few days. I think one of them counted 130 bears today, and she had her son write a sentence about them and turned it into kind of a little schoolwork project. And then even while we were waiting for you to come by, somebody went by and they went, "There's one, Mommy, there's one." And so it's just a good way to make people smile, and me smile.
Yeah, and there's got to be a lot of joy knowing that this thing is, you know, pardon the way I phrase this, it's kind of taking off like its own little virus here in town.
This is a virus I'm happy to spread. Definitely. Spreading cheer, not germs.
And what do you hope that the lasting lesson of this is for folks? I mean, this is such a simple concept. I got a bear of my own, Cortex, that I'm going to put in the window at the Twin City News. But and I'm like, well, okay, but we've got another thing we'll talk about in just a second. But what do you hope the take home is in the long term on something like this is, which is such a simple gesture?
For me, I just hope people realize that no matter how scary the world is right now, that when it comes down to it, we're still at home in Batesburg-Leesville. We're a tight-knit community, and we can take care of each other and make each other smile, and that's really what it's all about. It's just spreading kindness in times of uncertainty. It costs absolutely nothing to be kind to each other.
That's true. And now, what are some of the, like, on the way over here, I did see some bears in the window, and I actually saw, I think, a variation on a theme or two where, well, your friend up there has a monkey friend in the window. But do you have a name for your friend?
Actually, no, I have not named my bear. This bear was given to my aunt a few years ago, so I'll call this Aunt Ann Bear, and then that's my nephew's monkey, so they're just hanging out in the window.
So it's okay to have variations on a theme. I mean, if you don't have a bear laying around the house, but you got a stuffed unicorn, it can become a bear unicorn hunt.
I have heard rumors of llamas and duck sightings around town, so I'm just saying we got all sorts of creatures out there.
It really is an amazing thing, but you're not stopping here. I mean, the governor has taken school out until the end of April, and Easter is coming up in a couple of weeks, so you've decided to take this concept one step further, and you're promoting something now which is going to kind of be something cool, particularly considering that the town has canceled one of its signature events.
Yep. So we are actually going to do something called we're going on an egg hunt. I just posted the event to Facebook today, and we're encouraging everyone to paint an Easter egg in your window, put a cling up, put whatever springtime and makes you happy, put it in your window, and then share the street that you live on with us. We'll post it on Facebook, and that way people can drive around town and get a little bit of Easter cheer.
That really is kind of cool. Now, do the bears get to share the attention with the Easter eggs next week?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing something interesting with mine. So we'll see what kind of dynamic we have going on with the Easter eggs.
That's awesome, and I cannot believe how this has taken off in this community. There's so much joy, and in a time like this, as you said, this is a time when we need this kind of creativity. It's kind of whimsical. You got to admit, it's kind of goofy.
It is.
But it's a really cool thing that you're doing this little simple thing in a time when so many people are hurting and so many people just don't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
Precisely. I mean, really, I like that I have children across the street because I blame everything on them. So I'm like, I'm doing it for the kids, but like I even have Christmas lights up right now in my window. Just anything that, like I said, that puts a smile on faces, because I know people are getting nervous, they're getting anxious, they're going stir crazy. And so something as simple as a teddy bear or a llama or whatever you have that just says, hey, we're all in this together and we'll get through it.
You know what, Ivy Hatfield, I got to say, it's just too cute, but I think I can bear it.
I think we'll barely get through this. Just kidding.